Continued optimism for Southeast Asia's long-term growth outlook. E-commerce sales in Singapore are forecast to hit $19.6 billion by 2027, despite slower growth amid inflationary pressures and supply chain disruptions. Now, this is according to a report released today by Facebook parent Meta and Bain & Company. This increase in e-commerce sales is in line with the steady growth of the digital consumer population in the region, which is expected to account for about 402 million people, or 88% of the total population by 2027. The study, based on a survey of about 16,000 digital consumers across 6 countries, including Singapore, also looked at digital consumer habits. It found about 3/4 of Singapore consumers use online channels like social media for discovering and evaluating products. And they were found to be using more online platforms, 10 in 2022 compared with 6 in 2021. Joining me now to share more about the findings of the study is Damian Kim, Singapore Managing Director, Meta. Damian, welcome to the show. What are the top 3 findings that stood out for you from this study?
Well, Haryanto, thanks for having me on. As a bit of background, this is a study that we do annually. We do it in partnership with Bain & Company, and we've been doing it for the last 5 years. And we just go and we survey tens of thousands of consumers from across the region, including here in Singapore, really just to understand the key consumer trends and the insights from them. This year, the 3 things that were really interesting was one, this sort of integration of the online and offline shopping experience. So now that things are opening back up, consumers are still shopping online, but they're also going back into stores, and kind of their expectation is that they have a sort of seamless experience across both of those formats. The second one is around business messaging. And business messaging is quite prevalent here in Southeast Asia. In Singapore, there's a lot of people using WhatsApp and Messenger. And now consumers are expecting to be able to engage with businesses on these same messaging platforms. And then the third one is really just video. Video continues to explode. The amount of time being spent watching video, the consumer or the creators who are making these videos, and really that the reality that businesses need to understand that and use video to reach consumers so that they can connect them with their products and services.
Damian, I just want to pick on the point where you talk about the integrated shopping experience, both online and offline, that trend that the study has found. Now that offline shopping channels have seen some recovery with the easing of COVID-19 measures, people are still turning to online channels. Why do you think we're seeing the trend of people moving towards a shopping experience that combines both instead of one over the other?
Yeah, and to your point, the online shopping trend and that behavior is certainly not going away. Since the beginning of the pandemic, there have been over 90 million digital consumers that have come online across Southeast Asia, right? That's the equivalent of the United Kingdom and Australia. There's now 370 million digital consumers in the region. Here in Singapore, 97% of Singapore digital users are actually digital consumers already. And so that behavior is certainly very sticky, and that continues. As things have opened up, the reality is that people are also going back offline. So the malls are open here, the shops are open. So people are kind of maybe looking at things online, but then going into stores to touch these things, to feel these things, to learn more about them. A personal example from my side, my wife and I are renovating our home. We're looking for appliances. We were looking for a refrigerator back in July. And so we started researching. We were looking at things online. We found a local appliance store, but we actually that appliance store had a WhatsApp button on their website. We used that to make an appointment. We went into the store. We met a salesman to learn more. And then we went back online to take advantage of their 7/7 sale. And so that's the type of behavior that we're seeing, where people are kind of combining both the online and offline shopping experience. And that's something that we're working with many businesses and the partners here to help figure out how we optimize around that and how we cater to that.
Your study also found that video has grown exponentially over the years as a platform for consumers to discover and get to know more about brands and products, which then influence their decision when purchasing the items. How do you see business leveraging video as a channel for their consumers?
Yeah, so just video is pervasive. If you think about maybe the last time you were at the grocery store, or you were on maybe the MRT or in line to get a coffee, if you look around here, you'll see everyone is on their mobile devices and they are consuming video content. That could be a news show like what we're talking on right now. It could be their favorite TV show or a movie. And increasingly, it's a lot of video content that comes from influencers and creators that people are following. And so that's a really, really large and important set of content. And that's where people are spending their time. And so what that means and what we are seeing is really that's where businesses also need to meet their customers or find their new customers. And so this combination of increasing video consumption with this sort of large creator and influencer community combined with digital commerce, it's really driving that as the primary discovery and sort of decision-making channel for many consumers. Here in Singapore, 1 out of 4 Singapore consumers indicated that video was really where they both discovered and really learned and made decisions around what they were going to buy.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to be notified of new videos.